What's going on, guys? It's Tyler, coming at you today with a new video, mostly going over the basic home buying process. What sort of steps you go throughout the process, how to get started, what to look for, the different things you're going to kind of run into throughout everything, and just give you a basic outline of how to go about it and kind of what to be looking out for. So the first thing to start with, before you even talk to anyone, would be to kind of check into your credit situation, your overall situation. What are you going to be looking for? What size house do you need? What's the market, in your area looking like? Just to give you an idea of what you're kind of going to need going into it. But the bigger thing is to check into your personal situation. I would check into your credit scores first. The easiest way to kind of get started with that would be to pull your full credit report. It's not going to give you a score, the site that I'm going to give you, but it will actually let you view your entire credit report, basically what a lender is going to see, every single thing on there, all your history from probably the last 10 years will show up. And this is actually a government program they issued after the mortgage crisis, where everyone is allowed a free credit report from each credit bureau once a year. The credit website that I'll link below is annualcreditreport.com. Again, this is a government program where they wanted everyone to know what their credit looked like. Again, not specifically what your score is, but what's on your report, and this is also to kind of prevent identity theft and things like that. If you're seeing things that don't look correct, or whatever the situation might be, something you want to dispute, it allows you to do that. So that is annualcreditreport.com. I'll link that down below. You have to go through a few steps to get a hold of the report, but it will, again, give you the full 10 years of credit history, give you kind of an idea where to start. The other site that I'll link below is Credit Karma. So this is one of the biggest, score sites. There's a bunch, CreditWise and Credit Sesame and things like that. They go through some of credit cards, and if you work with a bunch of kind of financial sites, a lot of them will give you a free credit score. So Credit Karma is the big one. Again, it's free. They have a lot of promotional offers and things along with it. And they have the score simulators and different things you can mess around. But the basic idea is it's going to give you a score, and it's going to give you, what's affecting your score, why your score is under 600, or why, you have, a bunch of utilization, or whatever the situation might be. That's going to give you an idea of what's affecting you and what you kind of improve and things like that. So in combination of the two, Credit Karma is very superficial. In the case that you're not going to see the same score that a mortgage lender is going to see, or even an auto loan. It's a consumer report, so it's essentially, kind of overgeneralizing, but it's your credit card credit report, essentially. And it's only going to give you two. I believe it gives you Equifax and TransUnion. It doesn't show you Experian. So you get 2 out of the 3. Again, if both of those are in qualifying range, you would hope the third would be, and they go off your median score anyway. So if you've checked your credit, you know what's on there, you've taken care of some of the things that would improve your score, you feel you're in a good credit position to be approved for a loan, the next thing is to kind of think about, what sort of down payment am I going to want to do? Do I have the ability to put, nothing down? Do I have 5% to put down? Or am I going to be an all-star and put 20% down and not have mortgage insurance and, be in the best possible position? So, just kind of sit down and kind of do those numbers with yourself. If you need to get into something in the next, 6 months, and you're not going to have a huge amount to put down, you might want to be looking more at some government loans. But if maybe you have the ability to get a large gift from a family member, or maybe you have plenty of time to save up, 10, 15, 20%, go with a conventional program, you can do that as well. Or you can just, apply with some different lenders and kind of see what options they give you. So once you kind of get an idea of where you stand and what you want to do as far as your loan situation, reach out to a lender. So again, it plays into what sort of program you want to go with. If you want to go with a FHA, a USDA, a VA loan, your local credit union, your local small regional bank may not do those. So you may need to reach out to a lender or a broker, or whatever you might call them, but someone that specializes in some of those more national level government loans. But if you want to just reach out to a conventional lender, your local bank, your credit union you work with, you can do that as well. At least see what their options are, and see what they can do for you. So again, once you figure out, your lender, again, you don't need to lock anyone in. The reason to reach out is get a pre-approval, which had another video, the pre-approval versus pre-qualification, and that gives you some more in-depth stuff of kind of what you're looking at with a pre-approval and the differences, and some of the basic stuff you're going to be going through with that process. But once you have a pre-approval, that basically shows the seller, the realtor, or whoever you're working with that you are an eligible borrower. A lender has reviewed your situation, reviewed, if in the pre-approval case, your credit, your income, your debts, probably verified some assets, maybe even run you through the automated underwriting systems to figure out how you stand. So, and they also, again, not just saying you're pre-approved, but you're pre-approved for 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 10,000, whatever it might be. So you have something in writing that says you can get this size loan from this program per, this loan officer or lending company, or however they do it. So that's definitely, one of the big steps is making sure you can be pre-approved, and having that in your back pocket. So when you're shopping, you see something you like, you can pull the trigger. I run into a lot of people that, will call into our company wanting to be pre-approved, or having a house they were already looking at, or already made an offer on, or have a purchase contract on, and we run the numbers and they don't work. So you want to get pre-approved, make sure you're not, one, shopping above your price range, two, shopping for something you're not even going to be eligible for. So that's really the way to get started. So after you get pre-approved, I would look into a real estate agent. So the lender you're working with will most likely have a set list of their preferred realtors, people they've worked with, people that, probably give them deals and things like that, but should know a lot of the programs the lender works with. Again, specifically, my company does a lot of government loans and USDA, which is a lesser known program. So we like to deal with realtors that, one, understand the ins and outs of that program and some of the other government loans, what to be looking for, and that a lot of borrowers applying for that sort of thing, don't have any money, frankly, don't really have a lot of money to bring for closing costs, inspections, things like that. So the more they can kind of, have that in the back of their mind, and more that's the type of borrower they're used to working with, the better. So again, you can always reach out to your own realtor if you have a family friend that is a realtor, or your mom used this realtor, or whatever the situation is. You can use anyone you want, but you want to make sure the realtor, one, it has some experience. You don't just want to choose your friend just because they just got their real estate license 6 months ago. Again, might want to throw them a bone a little bit, but if they're very new in the market, they're haven't done a lot of deals, they don't know a lot about negotiating, they don't know a lot about programs and what sort of different houses are going to qualify and things like that, it can obviously kind of put you at a handicap. So get set up with a realtor, find someone that, one, you mesh with a little bit. You're going to basically work with these people. Again, hopefully it doesn't take that long to find a house, but it could be where you're seeing this person 2 or 3 times a week, showing you houses, and you want someone that's going to kind of give you a straight answer. Is this house going to be right for me? What sort of issues do you foresee? Do you think this house is going to qualify for the type of loan I'm doing, and things like that. So you definitely don't want to just jump into a real estate agent, making sure that it's someone you're really going to work with. So we're going to call that part 1 for now. Make a second part that goes over kind of shopping for the home, the loan process after you get a purchase contract, making an offer, and things like that. So again, this is just kind of the front end of things, getting your initial pre-approval, getting yourself in the position to be approved, getting set up with a realtor and things like that. So if you enjoyed this, if this brought up any questions for you, leave me a comment below. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.